Hello and welcome friend. In this tutorial we will try to look how we can get user input from the command line. So sometimes you might need user input. Let's suppose you're writing a script and that script takes a backup of some data into external drive or over a network or maybe SSD drive, and you want from the user where exactly to get the backup done. So you need user input as interactive thing. So whenever you are writing some interactive shell or shell script, you need user input. So there's a command called read, and read will read any user input into some variable. I am saying num. It not does not necessarily means number. It could be anything. So like we don't differentiate in shell script between numbers and strings. Depending upon the context, it will take automatically. So whatever number we have read from the input, we will just display the same number. So very simple script. Let's run this. So if I run this, it will block for the user input. You see that I'm not getting my prompt dollar back. So it blocked for the user input, and I say 1, 2, 3, or maybe 8, 9, and then I press enter. As soon as I press enter, the input is complete. So read blocks until you press the enter, and it says me that this is the input I have given. Read is a shell inbuilt command in this sense. If you say which read, it's not found. Read is nowhere present in the system. It's part of the core shell. Shell has two parts. One is a core shell, a functionality of the shell, and on top of that, we put some extra binaries like ls, awk, those kind of things are extra binary which supplements the usefulness of the shell. So if you run which awk, you'll see there is a awk present in this command. If you run ls, there is a ls present in this command, in this path. But for read, it's not there. But read is present, because if you run the command read, it will block for the user input. So it's a part of a shell inbuilt core part. Good. Let's go to the another example. If I want my shell or my read command to read only two characters, so there is an option called n minus n. You can write it either way, with n2 or -2. Both ways are okay. And number. So even if you try to input more than two characters or two digits, it will unblock. So I typed 2 now. It's okay. As soon as I type 3, see it came out. I have not pressed the enter keyword, enter from the keyboard, and still it came out, because it's already satisfied the conditions that it will read to, and it says the user input is 23. Then there's one more form, and then you can read like this. When I want to get something into an array, and if you don't know about the array, you can go ahead and read about the array, my sections about array, and then come back and read this. But for now I will explain. This is very simple. This is a variable, we read it in the same way. The only thing we say is it's an array, so we give a option -a, and whatever you type and write, it will be part of the array. And array in shell script we can access like this. This is a syntax. So you can iterate over the array using for loop, and then you can also access by index, but you have to read my array part. And then in for loop you say my array at the rate. This at the rate means you iterate over all the elements, one element at a time, and it will say the user input is $I, which could be first element, then the number input is $I second element, third element, and so on. So let's run this program. If I run this and I input 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 7, see it has iterated over n number of elements whatever I have inputted. So the first input I have given is 1, second input is 2, the third is 5, the fourth is 6th, and the fifth is 7th. So this is the way you can give a user input from the command line and take it into an array as well. So if you want, you can read man bash and go to the sections, or you can search for read, keep going for the read options, and you can see that how does read performs, or is there is more options with respect to read. But I think these three options like normal read, -n, and -a for array, this should be sufficient for most of the work for doing or writing shell script. Thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. You have a nice time. Bye bye.